All right, Adam, so what did you think? Did you have a good time?
I had a great time. Sisters of Battle, I know they're not the strongest codex out there right now, mostly because it's in White Dwarf, but I still very much enjoyed it. They have a lot of cool tricks, and they can have teeth when they want to.
Awesome. And by the way, GW, thanks for that. Thanks for that White Dwarf Codex. We appreciate that. All of us out here in real life, in real land, the Sisters of Battle, they cry, they weep tears of unhappiness that you made them have a White Dwarf Codex. Thanks a lot. Anyway, what would you say that was your least valuable player in this army? This game, I should say.
In this game, I'm going to give the LVP to, I'm going to have to say one of my immolators.
Okay.
The one that blew up pretty horribly, the twin-linked melter one.
Okay.
Now, while twin-linked melters are awfully nice and it did do a lot of damage, it just didn't survive long enough to really do what I wanted it to.
Okay. What about MVP then?
MVP, I'm going to have to give it to the Exorcist tanks.
Okay.
They are a phenomenal unit. And
blew up the Land Raider.
First turn, right out the bat, took out that huge problem, and was just pelting things the whole game. They are a very solid unit, and it's always a hard decision, like, do I bring a third one, or do I actually want the Retributor squad?
Yeah.
But the Retributor squad's rending heavy bolters with re-rolls for that faith point is just too tempting to pass up.
Yeah, they did good. No, it wasn't them. It was the Flamers. It was the Flamers from Celestine and the Seraphim running away.
Yeah.
They took out 4 Terminators.
Yeah, but
that was pretty gross.
Oh, it really is. Yep. A lot of really fun tricks and turns that if someone doesn't know what you're doing, if someone doesn't know your army, you can really, advance with.
Right. Cool. All right. Well, if you had it to play again, what would you do differently, I guess?
If I had to play again, I probably would not have spread my fire so much. I would have probably focused fire. The big assault pile was there, so probably killed that off a lot more. Shot with everything I got, and try not to push too far out. When sweep around more, hold back a bit more. But yeah, be more choosy on my targets as opposed to pepper a few things a lot. Because having 4 slightly hurt enemies is not as nice as having only 3 enemies.
Right. Right. Cool. Well.
And what about you?
Yeah, here, let's pass the camera off. LVP, Land Raider. Can't do much about it. I mean, I was really looking at the beginning of this game and thinking, man, he's got a lot of nasty firepower coming in with those missiles from the Hunter Killer missiles and from the Exorcist and stuff. I was feeling like, man, I'm gonna really lose my tanks quick, and they're gonna be in bad news. But that Land Raider is gonna be good to go. I'm excited about the Land Raider. We're just gonna move it. Not a big deal. Not worried about it at all. And he turned out to not be that incredibly useful. He gave cover to one of my tanks and then he got blown up. The next LVP I would give to the Terminators. They got out and they just consistently rolled 1s to just small stuff. It wasn't like there was 13 dice or more or something. It was, here's 2 dice and I roll 1 on one of them. Here's 2 dice, I roll 1. I had I had 9 saves. I had 7 saves, which statistically I should roll 1, and I rolled 4 1s against flamer wounds. And that was just like, why did I spend 280 points? I mean, right off the bat, Adam destroyed my most expensive units. Just obliterated them. I was pleasantly surprised by Sicarius, even though he was a chump and took a wound right off the bat as well. He survived and stood up, which the vast majority of the time I'm not a huge fan of Sicarius. I like what he does for the army because he gives rights of battle. So everybody has a 10. He's pretty cool himself. He's got some cool stuff. He can make 1 strength 6 attack, I think, instead of making all of his regular attacks. But he's got a 2-up armor save and feel no pain, which is pretty cool. But I'm not a fan of the fact that he's got a 4-pin bone, so that's good. But I'm not a fan of the fact that he's only strength 4 with all of his close combat attacks. I don't like that at all. But yeah, otherwise I'm pretty happy. The assault squads definitely stepped in and did a lot of work when those Terminators fell over. And so the assault squads, really, I have to give it to them. They're the MVPs. They definitely stood up and said, hey, you know, let's win this battle, Ultramarines, after all the tanks decided to just get smacked down. Like these guys right here, man, they're butt kickers. They came in, they killed that sister's unit, and they came over and they did so many wounds. They killed this, they killed the battle conclave, and they killed these Dominions, and they were about to take that tank out. They are definitely those guys are butt kickers. These guys right here did pretty good too. They took out a unit of Dominions and a unit of sisters. So yeah, I have to give it to the assault squad. If I had to play again and do differently, I was really worried at the bottom of turn 1. Like at bottom of turn 1, when I had shook one of his tanks in my return firepower, and he had blown up my Land Raider, killed some of my Terminators, immobilized and weapon destroyed this vehicle, immobilized this vehicle. I was thinking, holy cow, what am I going to do now? Kind of thing. And then on his turn 2, he came in and he blew away this unit of Tactical Marines with a Lascan that were the tank hunters with Saint Celestine and the Seraphim, and I was just like, oh. So now I'm going to have to get all these guys out, and then I'm going to have to get them. I'm going to have to charge Celestine and the Seraphim. Not worried about the Seraphim. I'm going to take them out, no big deal. But I'm worried about what Celestine's going to do, because she wounds on a 4 or better, which means some of my guys are going to start going away, and then she's pretty much unkillable. You know, she's got that incredibly good chance, 50% every turn, to just come back. And you can't get rid of her. So it really was amazing that Adam rolled 2 6s there and just walked himself out the board. Because, I mean, if that hadn't happened, I don't know what Celestine would have done to me, but I know that this squad would have spent a lot of time trying to fight her and maybe not winning. So, I don't know. You can play the what-if game, and it turned out well for the Ultramarines in this game. I mean, I ended up with 1 objective there. The other 2 were just empty. And then I don't know how we did with kill points. Let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3 there, and then 4, 5 from those vehicles, 6 from your Conclave, 7 from your Seraphim, 8 from Celestine, 2 Sisters Battle Squads. So that's 9. The Retributors are 10. The 11 from the leader there with them, 12 from 13 from the Dominion squads. You only had 2 Dominion squads, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 13. So that's 4 objectives. So I was basically holding 5 objectives. Yeah, so it turned out okay, but I would definitely say that, you know, up until my turn 2, when I got the Seraphim and Saint Celestine to run away, I was like, this game is totally over. So, guess you can never tell ahead of time. Anyway, Adam, I really appreciate you playing. Thanks for putting up with me. And I hope you guys enjoyed. It was power armor, I know, but we're still light on the non-power armor armies. Anyway, thanks for watching.